list. Never see me on your motherfucking ban list. Me and Chuck get the suck and fuck from your mother. Yeah, get cucked, Janny brother. Ooh, I pose what I want, steed, speed, and seed. Why don't you and Mo just kill yourself, please? And I cannot believe these Jannies, man. They've been seething ever since I dropped Janny, give me fans. Well, I ain't never gonna stop anytime soon. Janny finna drown in the ship post monsoon. Me and my goons roll up in the tux, dabbing on that Janny, no we don't give a fuck. Trust me, Janny looking crusty, 400 pounds, big titties, call him rusty, because I dodge his bands. Let me tell you, Janny, you ain't got no fans. First name hot, last name pocket, gun in your mouth, Janny, I'm about to cock it. Squeeze the trigger, get it through your fucking head. I'm driving bars more dense than 1,000 pounds of lead. Janny, 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 can't you see? I can't believe you do it for free, and I just hate your shitty ways. I guess that's why you're broke and I'm so bad. Janny, 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 can't you see? I can't believe you do it for free, and I just hate your shitty ways. I guess that's why you're broke and I'm so bad. Red is the blood coming out his fucking face. Janny a disgrace, Janny is a waste. Hunting him down with 50 caliber rounds. Try to hide inside, time for Janny genocide. All make the hollow hoax look like a big joke. Grab a Janny by the throat, make him choke, make him wheeze. He tried to plead, please capo, please, please don't kill me. Sorry Janny, it's nothing personal. Don't try to ban me if you want me to be merciful. When it comes to rhymes, you know I'm very versatile. But Janny get no panty, I call him virginal. Better than Janny, incontrovertible. He's inconceivable, he's unbelievable. Janny, listen up, you better listen good. You better watch yourself if you in my hood. If you on my board, TVV or SB. If you on my board, bitch, you better not test me. If you want to keep living your miserable life, before you ban me, Janny, bitch, you better think twice. Janny, 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 can't you see? I can't believe you do it for free, and I just hate your shitty ways. I guess that's why you're broke and I'm so bad. Janny, 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 can't you see? I can't believe you do it for free, and I just hate your shitty ways. I guess that's why you're broke and I'm so bad.
Motherfucking Jannies are getting swept up by the white trash there. So that's why we gotta get our dance moves going. Oh, fuck. Ethan Ralph's gonna clean it up. He's gonna sweep up Janny Jewsh. He's gonna sweep up the Kiwis. He's gonna sue the Kiwi farms, the Karen farms. They're gonna be sued out of existence for defamation because Mansu is a pedo. Yes, it's time. Woo. Oh, it's been a while since we said ladies and gentlemen. It's back to normal. It's back to A-Log and Ethan Ralph there. Because he's Jannying it up. He's flagging it down like Monday Matt, that's right. He's bringing it. He's bringing his gay flagging powers to destroy the Karen farms for his master Diddledax. And Gator's gonna tell you about pussy. Oh yeah, that's right. Shannon Gaines is gonna tell you about pussy, dog. Shannon's gonna tell you about how you make that fucking pussy wet. Oh, fuck, folks. It's enough dancing for a morbidly obese man. We can feel the heart failing. We can feel it giving it up. Oh, fuck. Rid of the fucking broom. Jesus Christ. Cut the fucking music. So, folks, for those of you who are unaware, Ethan Ralph has done it again. He's done it again. He's decided to... It's crazy. He's decided to exercise his copyright. As though the kill stream is anything. As though the kill stream has any artistic or commercial value whatsoever. Folks, remember, the kill stream is on the same level as big Hollywood productions. It's on the same level as AAA video games. It's on the same level as television shows like Breaking Bad. You can't clip that shit. You can't clip that shit. Even though Ethan himself clips mainstream media every fucking day, uses copyrighted content to enrich himself. But it's okay. It's okay when Gunty does it. Because he's the Ralpha male, dogs. He's the Ralpha male, so it's okay when he does it there. Fucking retarded shit. Fucking retarded shit. It's my intellectual property. God, Gator, it's my intellectual property, Gator. These damn A-logs, they're posting my intellectual property. They're devaluing what's already worthless, Gator. We're gonna take that damn Jewsh moon to court, Gator. We're gonna blow them out, Gator. We're gonna bankrupt the Karen Farms. So here, let's have a look at this here, folks. We're going to go to the Karen Farms. Oh, fuck. It's a wonderful, loving place. Generous Jewsh of the Karen Farms. And we're going to have a look here at the strike that he's received on his Mad at the Internet channel. So we have a look here. Strike on April 4th, 2021. It expires on July 3rd if copyright school's completed. That's right. The Ralpha male sent that broke dick loser Jewsh moon to fucking copyright school. You'll fucking learn, Jewsh. You're gonna learn in copyright school what Ethan's daddy Ronnie taught him, which is that he has rights. He has intellectual property rights that shall not be infringed by any broke dick fucking loser living in Siberia. So you're gonna get fucking swept, Jewsh. Go to fucking school and fucking learn, boy. You'll fucking learn, Jewsh, at copyright school. That's where the Ralpha male sent Jewsh. Straight to fucking copyright school for his video. I'm white trash and I'm in trouble, which is a very fitting title for Ethan Ralph's life, if I do say so myself. I actually said to myself, Josh actually came up with a good title this time. One of the very first times that Janny Jewsh has done anything Kino in his life. I guess some people would define being an internet janitor as being fucking Kino. Those sort of people would be like Gator, who has an obsession with fucking Josh because he wants to be the head Janny. Gator wants the golden broom that Jewsh possesses to be able to sweep all dissent and make it so his master isn't a lolcow, but he doesn't have that golden broom that Jewsh possesses. So you look here at this fucking shit. What does it say? What does it say? It says, "Hi, Mad at the Internet." Oh, fuck. Due to a copyright takedown notice that we received, we had to take down your video from YouTube. The video title is, "I'm white trash and I'm in trouble, Mad at the Internet." The takedown was issued by Ethan Ralph. Takedown issued by Ralph. This means that your video can no longer be played on YouTube. You received a copyright strike. You now have one copyright strike. If you get multiple copyright strikes, we'll have to disable your accounts. It's not the first time, I'm sure, for Josh that he's had a disabled account or that he's been disabled in general. Apparently his penis is disabled, so it wouldn't be that great a loss for him if his YouTube account was disabled, but this is what Ralph is doing. It's just retarded. But people say, "Oh, but it's not true. It's not true. Ethan Ralph wouldn't do that. Ethan Ralph's my manch. Ethan Ralph got all his fame shitting on Matt Jarbo for flagging. So, our manch Ethan Ralph, he would never flag. He'd never do it so brazenly and retarded." Well, you look at his Twitter there, folks. We see his confession. If you stream my Patreon content, you're gonna get a strike on your channel. It's that simple, lol. I've been through this several times last year. I will 100% protect Patreon/bonus content. And this goes for the upcoming network too. I own the copyrights to all this material, not some spurgs on the fan forum. Go upload some footage from a movie, see how it goes. This idea that you always have a right to fair... Oh my God. This idea you always have a right to fair use of someone else's paywalled content, particularly when you're using it to profit yourself, is just incorrect. So there it is. Ralph's flagged it down, and he's proud of it. But it shouldn't be surprising to anybody, because yours truly was flagged down last summer by Gunty, who said, and I quote, 10 out of 10, I'd flag PPP down again. So it's not surprising that he's being a flaggot here. He's flagged down tons of people. I think he flagged down that damn dirty Sam Losco there. Flagged him down. I flagged down that damn dirty A-Log Phobingus and his gay stream snap, which has 5 people. I can't let those 5 people not watch by official means on Trovo. I had to shut it down. Because I'm a king. I'm Ethan Ralph. I make content that's better than the movies. I have my own network. It's going to have Destiny on it. It's going to have Tonka's intellectual property, the Kumite, that I'm not going to show respect for, and I'm just going to steal. Oh, fuck. It's just funny to me. It's fucking hilarious to me that this is still going on, that we're still allowing this to happen. Because... do you know right well, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, even like 2 years ago, if he was to do this, do you realize what would happen? Every commentary channel out there, every fucking dollar store, dime store, fucking grifter, Toad McJudas, fucking Daddy Jim, all these motherfuckers would have tore this guy a new fucking asshole. Would have tore them all a new asshole. But now it's not a profitable grift for them, for these commentary channels. They're doing other things. Jim's rode off in the sunset. So that's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. Instead, he's going to continue to get away with his flaggot behavior. And you know what? It is unacceptable. But where was the outcry last year? Where were people doing anything last year about this same fucking problem? So I doubt anything's gonna actually happen to Ralph this time. But wait, you cry. Wait. Scroll down a little bit further. Scroll down a little bit further. Scroll down a little bit further in the Twitter thread. Ralph's about to get his comeuppance. He's about to get blown out once and for all, folks. He's gonna be blown the fuck out by his very own capo. By his very own mensch. Fagmenko. That's right, Fagmenko has summoned all of the masculinity, all of the testosterone in his body. Fagmenko has summoned it all together, all of his courage, all of his manliness, to try and blow out the gunt today by saying, if he, that is Jewsh, if he's hosting at Full Sail with no commentary, then yes, 100%. But that's not what happened. It was a clearly fair use of the clip. That's more of a Jewsh voice than a Fagmenko voice, but that's just incorrect. When he and PPP were playing the entirety of your paywall content on DLive, you were 100% in your rights to do it. 5-ish minutes of content stretched to about 10, with commentary is what I consider fair use. Who gives a fuck what you think, Fagmenko? Anyway. Well, we just disagree on this. I believe using the paywalled content puts it in a different category. Oh my God. It's happening. There's discord within the Gunt Guard. There's discord within the Gunt Guard. The cracks are forming. The cracks are forming. His own capos are turning against him. It's time to fucking... Holy shit, guys. It's Fagmenko's take. This is what you'll hear from some people. They're like, oh my God, did you see? In Fagmenko's Discord, him and the Vouch L's account are blowing Ralph out in the Fagmenko Discord. This is ignoring several key pieces of info. Number one, it's Fagmenko. Nothing Fagmenko says matters in any way because he's Fagmenko. He's the lowest of the low. He's lower than fucking Bibble. See, he's lower than Gator. He's lower than Warski. He's lower than Ralph. He's lower than Bibble. He's the low man on this entire totem pole. He's been exiled from the kingdom. He's come back. And the only reason that Fagmenko is saying this stuff isn't because he's had this come to Jesus moral moment where he's realized that Ralph is a bad man. Okay, that's not why he's saying this. He's saying this to save his own ass. It's very obvious what Fagmenko is doing here. He knows that what Ralph is doing here looks bad. It looks bad to everyone. Because the whole kill stream has been built on the Boulder stream, where Jarbo gets blown out for false flagging and being a flaggit. And so he knows that a lot of the fans, despite being fucking brainless retards who are like, oh my God, Tucker Carlson clips. Oh, Tucker Carlson clips. Nick Fuentes. You know, brainless fucking Jerry's fucking no IQ points. Even some of these people are like, but wait, I thought flagging's bad. Ralph, I hate you now. So Fagmenko doesn't want any of that fucking smoke. He doesn't want any of that heat. He's been trying to build this fucking YouTube channel. I guess he's got it over 4,000 subs. He feels like a real winner. I'm sure he gets like fucking 10 views because it's Fagmenko, but he's botted her up over 4,000 subs and he doesn't want to lose all that progress by his association with fucking Gunty here. So he's going to give a dissenting opinion as though it fucking matters. And you have a bunch of fucking retarded A-logs who'll be, oh my God, guys, it's happening. It's happening. There's dissent within the gun guard. Ooh. Just have no fucking clue what they're talking about. There's dissent within the gun guard every other fucking week. How many times has Randbot fucking kicked off the show, brought back on the fucking show? Ralph gets bum hurt with Bibble because Bibble made a joke at his expense and fucking banishes him to Never Ever Land or wherever the fuck off island. Who knows? This shit happens constantly. Remember when Fagmenko and Ralph had their big fucking argument over who would win the fight between them? The big fat fucking white trash redneck or the autistic fucking skeleton retard that is fucking Fagmenko? Like, this is nothing compared to that. Like, this is just Fagmenko covering his own ass, trying to preserve the tiny little pathetic grift that he has. The fucking nickels and dimes that might be thrown at him through a fucking super chat, if he even got monetization. I don't even fucking know. But the people are trying to pass this off as, oh my God, this is the end of Ethan Ralph. Oh, there's dissension in the gun guard. Oh, you know, what are you fucking new? You don't fucking know anything. You're retarded as fuck. But it is pretty funny to see, you know, in the responses to this, Ralph getting shit on by some of his own fans who fucking have just woke up and realized, wait a minute, this guy's a faggot. He's a flaggit. He's a fucking retard. So he's lost a little bit of support from this. But the core audience is so fucking like brain dead, fucking drooling, like mongoloid, that all they care about is as long as the Tucker Carlson clips keep playing and these guys do their fake chuckle fuck laughter and virtue signal about how women are pigs and whores and fucking whatever the fuck, I don't know, whatever incel fucking crap they come up with today to pander to the lowest common denominator, and they'll fucking eat it up. They're not fucking using their brains. And people will be like, oh man, let's get into the legal dissection of this. Let's dissect it. Let's break it down. Like, what really is fair use, man? And you have all these fucking internet lawyers and fucking Gator and all the rest of these fucking fags trying to break it down. Oh, man, what's really fair use, man? And even Jewsh himself in the DM, Disney fucking copyright DMCA scam. Do you know what this is? It's plain and simple. It's faggotry. It's gay as fuck. It's retarded that Ralph is fucking doing this shit. He shouldn't be fucking doing this shit. Do you know why? Because it's faggotry. Because it's flagotry. And I just don't know why. We can't just call a spade and everybody in the community just come together and say, fuck this guy. Like everybody did with Matt Jarbo. Like everybody did with like Donga. like everybody did with all these other fucking losers who are in the dustbin of history that nobody remembers. But for some reason, when it comes to Ethan Ralph, Nick Rekieta has to slurp the fucking crease. All these fucking guys, Diddler Dax slurps the fucking crease. Gun guards this motherfucker. Why? God only fucking knows what sort of blackmail or what fucking retarded reasons flow through the head of the fucking people in the community who just a few years ago would have nailed anybody to the cross for this behavior. But they won't now. And it's just a waste of time. It's like a waste of my fucking breath even explaining this. Because nothing will ever take place against this guy. You know, people are like, well, he's opened himself up to get flagged down because now he has no moral high ground and everybody will flag him. They're all going to flag him down now. They've been fucking doing this for forever. Motherfuckers on cow, motherfuckers on kiwi farms. Every time Ralph breaks the terms of service, there's a fucking comment like, oh, it'd be a real shame if somebody flagged Ralph for this breach of the terms of service. That's already been going on. It's just ineffective. Somehow, the Gunt still has a fucking Patreon account. Somehow, he fucking rises above. He rises above the A-Logs and continues on. What the fuck? It's years and years of this faggoty behavior, and yet nothing ever happens to the guy. He can't keep getting away with it, guys. He can't keep getting away. But he does. He keeps fucking getting away with it. Oh, fuck. When people are saying in the chat, Literal Chancellor goes, if Medicare disavowed him, the whole community would turn on him. This is Jim's responsibility. It is. Jim created this fucking monster. Jim made this guy. Without Father Jim going on his streams to give him little bits of clout and viewership, this guy would still be fucking talking about Brianna Wu and fucking Gamergate to this day. You know, Father Jim was, I never avowed him in the first place. No, bullshit, motherfucker. It's you to come out and say, fuck this guy. But no, he's your internet friend. And you gotta shield him. You gotta shield him because he's your friend online. Even though you said that there's no such thing as internet friends. It's a cowardice. It's a cowardice from Father Jim. Total fucking cowardice. But what can you fucking do? There's still motherfuckers like Nick Rekieta defend this fucking faggot shit all the fucking live long day. It's sad shit. But you look at some of these other tweets, like he gets confronted. We'll go through a couple of these tweets here, and then we'll go into the stream itself that's been taken down, the footage that no one's allowed to see because it's been devalued. Oh, fuck. So look at this shit. Right? Why would you hand Jewsh a win on a silver platter like this? You were actually looking pretty good after laying the smackdown on the Transon family. Jewsh may be a Shota-loving, empty sack degenerate, but now you have engaged in flaggatry and made him look good to morons. I don't care about looking good, Lamau. That's what you people don't understand. I'm going to protect my Patreon content, and if you don't like it, I don't care. Won't affect my numbers one single bit. The reason it won't affect your numbers is because it's all fucking botted. There's no organic engagement to the Ralph retort. I've been saying this for fucking years. But if you fucking tuned in for one moment today, this afternoon, to Ralph's coverage of the trial, like I did, I tuned into Ralph's coverage of the trial. And his chat, like there were supposedly 400 viewers there. His chat was just drip, drip, drip slow. There's nobody actually watching that shit. There's no one watching because nobody fucking cares. So that's why your numbers won't fucking change a bit. But maybe you should care about looking good because you're losing money fucking constantly. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Like the donations they're not what they used to be, man. Fuck. Most days you're lucky to be fucking scraping minimum wage on the spells or whatever on Trovo. You got taken off Stream Elements a few fucking weeks ago. You know, you're going to protect your Patreon content from what? Like his whole argument is, my Patreon content is being devalued by this being played. The people who are listening to Mad at the Internet, the A-logs of you are never going to pay for Patreon. They never are. So how is this devaluing the content in any way? And look, if you want to get technical and legal about it, oh my God, guys, let's get technical about copyright law. Let's get into it on copyright law. It is fair use because he doesn't use the whole clip. And what he's doing is he's criticizing the clip. It's clearly for the purposes of criticism. So if there was ever a fair use thing to make, it's this. It's transformative. It's criticism of the work. And his whole argument about, oh, guys, I'm telling you, it's paywalled content. It's different. No, it's not any fucking different than your normal content. There's no special copyright protection for paywalled content as opposed to content that's free. The copyright on it is the exact same. And again, you show copyrighted works all the time on your show. I mean, Tucker Carlson tonight is a copyrighted show that you show clips of. I think he's also shown clips of movies before, other things as well, clips of like UFC for Saturday Sunset. And his whole moral argument about the paywall and how you should never breach paywalls. Well, he does it to the Wall Street Journal. He would go behind the Wall Street Journal paywall on his show and let everybody proudly know about that. So there's no moral argument to be had. The guy is just completely and utterly wrong when it comes to all of this stuff. Whether it be, the code of honor in this section of the internet, whether it be in the actual realm of law, it's indefensible. It's fucking retarded. And he's like, I don't care about looking good. I won't lose any viewers because I don't have any left. And I like this what this Macho Grubba guy brought up. It's like, why did you hand Jewsh this win? Because, like, last week, I was actually kind of singing the praises of Ralph for making some entertaining shit. He went out there and beat the fuck out of Riley and confronted the Transon family, which I actually think is kind of clever, to be honest. He confronted the Transon family in their den of iniquity and blew them all the fuck out. So he was actually riding high. He was righteous. He was fucking winning. He had that show with Milo, which, wasn't like an all-time great entertaining show, but it was watchable. The show he did with Milo last week. It was one of the better kill streams. And then he did also, after he fought the Transon family, he did a kill stream that was watchable with Pantsu. It was fucking cringe. Pantsu's laughing and stuff like this. Every time Mantsu was saying anything, it was pretty cringe, to be honest. But the show was like the classic kill stream. It was him going into internet drama and fucking battling people. He was actually, like, last week, he was putting out some shit that was somewhat watchable from the kill stream, which is fucking rare. And then he goes and he fucking does this shit. And it just destroys any fucking goodwill I have with him being an entertainer because he's going out there and fucking with other people's shit. I don't fucking care. You go fucking live in your pit of obscurity. The fucking den of iniquity that is the Gunt Crack Shack, where you're going to pay these child support payments to Faith Vickers for the rest of your fucking life. Your son is going to be named after fucking Xander, your biggest enemy in history. Your son is being named after Xander, bro. You live in hell. I'm perfectly content to let you live in that hell that you've made for yourself. Serious Surfer. His son is being named Xander. His son isn't being named I'm serious. Xander, buddy. His son is being named Xander, and he has to deal with it.
Did Faith decide that?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Just to spite him?
Just to spite him. Just to fucking... just to piss all over him.
What a bitch.
She is a cunt, That's why I said fuck Faith Vickers. And fuck the guy going to jail and all this shit. But he sticks his nose in other people's fucking business. Fucks with other people. Why can't he just let the criticism go? Because the real reason he's upset is because Jewsh criticized him and humiliated him to an audience several times larger than he has or will ever have again. That's the real reason that he's upset. It's not because his content was devalued. It had no value in the first place. It's never had any value. The people who pay for the Patreon, I think there's like 300 of these poor lost fucking souls. I don't know if they're just like vegetables, if they're schizophrenics. I don't know who the fuck it is that's paying for this fucking shit. But the content was worthless to begin with. So he hands Jewsh this big fucking W. Fucking fires up people who are, otherwise gonna leave him the fuck alone. Like me. Like, holy shit, what a retard. But hey, let's look at it. So what happens? It's this big fucking posturing. I'm gonna take Jewsh to court. I'm enforcing my fucking legal copyright. I'm protecting my shit. 100%, he says. I'm protecting my Patreon content. 100%. So somebody asks him, you reckon you're gonna take this claim all the way? Probably not. That's a huge hassle. So you're not going to protect your content. Because sure enough, what happens, Jewsh submits a counterclaim, which means that there's 10 days for Ralph to like press it forward and take it to the courts, or in 10 days the copyright strike is going to be removed. But Ralph doesn't have the fucking balls to take it all the way. Now, if he's going to take it all the way and fucking take Jewsh to court and fucking sue him for infringing his copyright, then based, the Ralph Mail's rising up. It's a fucking Chad move. He's taking Jewsh to court with an internet lawsuit to defend the honor of Mantsu, the tranny pedophile. Fucking based. Do it, Ralph. Take him to fucking court. Then one of you fucking idiots at least will be fucking bankrupted and we don't have to fucking deal with you anymore. One of you retards will be fucking penniless in the street, and it's probably going to be you. And that's why you're not taking it all the way, because you know Jewsh will ream your fucking ass out in court, because he's had these DMCA claims against him a bunch of times, and as far as I know, he wins every single fucking time, because he has a right to do it. So do it, Ralph. Be a fucking man. And I'm going to show you guys the content that's caused this big fucking ruckus. It's been taken down. It's been flagged down. I'll show you the 30 minutes that Jewsh did. It's like 10 minutes of content and like 20 minutes of his commentary. We'll skip through it. And then I'll show you again like this bizarre legal bullshit between Ralph and Jewsh, where Ralph's talking about, he's not talking about, but it's pretty clear he's trying to sue Jewsh for defamation because of the pantsuit thread. Because what's going on is Ralph's just fucking eating tons of shit because Pantsu's rattled that she's getting so much heat on her from the Kiwi farms and from other fucking places. And so she's forcing him to fucking do shit, otherwise she's not going to put out, or she's going to leak secrets, or who fucking knows what Mantsu is going to fucking do. You know? But we'll get into this whole defamation thing in a minute. But I'm going to play this fucking content because fuck it. And he can try and fucking take it down if he really fucking wants to for playing his precious audio where Gator sucks his fucking penis and continues to be a retarded fucking mongoloid faggot. But the reality of it is that he's not going to fucking win shit. And it's not a win until he fucking sues the Karen Farms, puts Jewsh bankrupt on the fucking street. Do it, Ralph. I'm fucking pleading with you. Take down everyone's threads. I have a thread. Ralph, make it happen. Do it. Be the Ralph Mail. Be the Chad. Sue the Karen Farms. See what fucking happens. Sue Jewsh for fucking defamation. I want to see it happen. Because I guarantee you're going to get fucked. You're going to get fucked in the ass. Maybe you have a case and you'll fist fuck Jewsh and take down the Karen Farms. Wouldn't that be something, buddy? Then you'll be the ultimate Chad, the ultimate fucking winner that pwned all those fucking retarded A-logs. But until that actually happens and you be a fucking man, it's not any sort of W. It's like, I stopped Jewsh. I stopped Jewsh from streaming for 10 days. Wow, I've really done... He's just going to fucking go around it. He's going to evade it and use another channel. Do you know what I mean? It's still up on madattheinternet.com, the stream. Everybody's been able to access it that would want to. So it's not a huge win unless you just fucking crush the guy and fucking bankrupt him. Put Jewsh out in a fuck. And that's what Ralph says in the messages to Jewsh that we'll go into later. I'll only be happy when you're destitute in the gutter. And well, do it then, motherfucker. Do it then. I'm sick and tired of this fucking retarded game. Like, let's go, guys. Somebody fucking sue somebody. Get the internet lawsuits a fucking going, because somebody's bum has been fucking bleeding bad. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm going to have a quick look at the chat here before I pull up this stream. We're going to see how things are going. How's it been going in the chat there, guys? Has it been working? Has the auto scroll been going right? Tards on Deck says, time to test out ODYSEE's anti-censorship. Well, we'll fucking see how it goes. We'll fucking see how it goes. Can I get a humidity meter on the screen? I know, fucking sweating like a bastard. Like a fucking pig there. Can we say nigger here? Yeah, you sure fucking can. I don't know, I guess Buddy's fucking restreaming this. Some guy is. VHS or Full Blast, one of these guys. I can't really say that on their restream. I guess they're fucked now. Sorry there, guys. You're fucked now, I guess. You're fucked. Oh, yeah. Can you say the G slur? We can say gook. We can say the dreaded G slur on this fucking platform. Yeah. You know, Literal Chainsaw says he has the chance to either financially ruin Jewsh or utterly humiliate him. This just proves that Ralph has no guts. Do it. Financially ruin Jewsh. Maybe you have a case. Who fucking knows? Maybe he has a case. Just fucking do it. Like, really, what's it gonna cost you? Fucking 20 grand? To blow out Jewsh and end the fucking evil of the Kiwi Farms? Fucking do it, motherfucker. Just sue the fucking guy. Sue him to the fucking Stone Age. Put him in the ground. Kill the motherfucker. Just do it. Fuck. Maybe he'll become the owner and proprietor of the Kiwi Farms. And it'll be the Gunt Farms. And then all the threads will just be on Jewsh's broken penis. Maybe Ralph will take what little Jewsh has, take his website from him, take the golden broom, and bestow it upon Shannon. Think of what a great gift it would be for Shannon. Shannon to get his own fucking dustbin. The golden dustbin and broom of the Karen Farms. Think of it. Think of what a great gift it would be to Shannon to give him all that Janny power. Ralph, do it. Oh, fuck. What a disaster, folks. What a fucking disaster. Anyway, so I asked Jewsh for when the timestamp fucking occurred of all this fucking bullshit. So it comes like an hour and 5 minutes in. So he had already been covering Ralph and the fight for like an hour and a little bit before this clip comes up. So we're just gonna have a look at it. And I don't know if we'll play the whole fucking thing, but we'll play some of it at least.
A bonus episode for patrons with Gator. And it was half finished when he says, like, I gotta cut it short here. I'm gonna go pick up May's shit in the yard. We're gonna come back and we're gonna finish doing this bonus episode. But then the fight happened.
So you can see right away it's clearly transformative. You have the chat overlay. You have this overlay. He's adding his own commentary to it.
He did the next day, after this kill stream, finish filming that bonus episode with Gator. And someone on the Kiwi Farms was kind enough to clip out an interesting bit, which we will now go listen to right now.
What do you guys say? The big takeaway here is that it was a setup. They were trying to bait you into the house. They were recording conversations. Like, this was all because Digibro wanted to get some, like, comeuppance because May chose you. And wisely so. Like
Gator. Holy shit. I just have to play that back. Just the shamelessness of this. The shamelessness of what Gator's just said. How retarded what Gator has just said is. You know? Like, holy fuck.
was kind enough to clip out an interesting bit, which we will now go listen to right now.
What do you have to say? The big takeaway here is that it was a setup. They were trying to bait you into the house. They were recording conversations. Like, this was all because Digibro wanted to get some, like, comeuppance because May chose you. And wisely so.
Like, how can you ever describe a decision to date the Gunt, to date an alcoholic, pill-popping felon who lives with his mother, who's the ultimate white trash scum of the internet, who's hanging flesh, stinks to fucking high heaven? How can that ever be considered a wise decision? Wisely so, Ralph. Now, you might say it's a wise decision to go with the alcoholic, pill-popping felon who lives with his mom over the pedophile transsexual. But honestly, the correct decision, if faced with that choice, is to say, fuck that shit, and just date no one. Or maybe try and find someone with some degree of respectability. But it's not a wise decision. As to, they were trying to bait you, they were trying to trap you, and this and that. I don't think they intended for Ralph to fucking come into the house and fight them. I think they just wanted to humiliate him by filming him out in the yard. But Ralph had to make it. This is about my pride. And ultimately, at the end of the day, both parties are equally at fault. Both parties are complete white trash retards. You have the fucking Transon family of Digibro and fucking Bird the faggot and fucking Mint Salad, the disgusting fucking bitch who I guess gave Ralph a rim job, for fuck's sake. Apparently ate Ralph's ass or something like this. Mint Salad did. He sampled Mint. Riley let Ralph fuck his girlfriend because these people are all just fucking degenerates who pass around their women because they think they're living this amazing lifestyle. But in reality, all they all are is a bunch of fucking cuckolds who preach against polyamory every fucking day on their retarded shows like Ralph does. But in real life, they're actually cocks. Some fucking bizarre shit. You can only imagine that fucking... Now, Ralph's only fucking way out is if he actually is a cuck and did pass around... What's her name? Faith? If he passed her around and it turns out he's not the father... Oh, Lord, I want the paternity test to be live streamed. Oh, please give that to me. Ethan Ralph, you are not the father. It would just be fucking tremendous. But chances are he probably is the father. It's either he's the father or he's a cuck. And previously, when given the choice between being a cuck and releasing a sex tape, he chose to release a sex tape. So I'm going to guess he's going to choose to pay the child support over being known as a cuck. But when you're participating in these weird swinger circles where everybody's fucking each other's girlfriends, chances are you probably also are a cuck. And if not, if you're just getting cucked by Ralph with no reciprocation, what a pathetic waste of life Riley is. What a pathetic waste of life Riley and the fucking Transon family, all these fucking degenerates are. Seriously. And that's why I kind of took Ralph's side in that situation, because I actually think they're even worse than Ralph, which is fucking a spectacular accomplishment. Seriously.
Like who would want to be in that sort of situation where somebody can literally just walk in the front door because everybody's too coked out of their fucking minds, pick you up and just carry you off into the night?
Okay.
I like that pause where even Ethan Ralph has experienced secondhand embarrassment at how deep Gator has wrapped his lips around that cock. Even Ethan Ralph needs a second to mentally process and find the next avenue of conversation to steer it away from that schlopping because it is so fucking embarrassing to him.
I mean, dude, I don't think it's somebody trying to abduct you is scary as shit, dude.
Well, somebody pointed out in the chat, and they're right. Like, when you're coked up, it's not like you're sitting around, like, in a daze, like you're not able to do anything. When you're fucking flying on cocaine there. When you're flying on cocaine, you're fucking fired up, you're amped up, you're full of energy. You're full of piss and vinegar. You're willing to fucking fight the whole world because it feels like your penis is 12 feet long and you're always orgasming. Okay? Now, if they're all sitting there fucking smoking pot and taking opiates, then yeah. But Shannon has no idea about drug abuse, because the only drug that Shannon abuses is fucking pornography and maybe Adderall. Shannon is the fucking pathetic loser. Seriously. He has no fucking clue what he's talking about, but he pretends like he's an expert on these things. Shannon, shut the fuck up. No one wants to hear your take. And that's why this content has zero value, and there's no great crime in rebroadcasting it out to the masses, because Gator's take has a financial value of zero. I'm pretty positive that fucking nobody has signed up to the Patreon to hear Gator's take. I'm just saying. Because Gator Time's Patreon is like, what, $26? Something Toad McJudas level, $26? Fuck, folks, Gator sells like Gator Time hoodies. I don't think he sold one in his whole time. Shannon, can feel free to submit how many of these hoodies that you've sold that say Gator Time on them. Just saying.
I'm not sure if that's fully realized here. You know what I mean? Like, I talked about it a little bit last night, but somebody actually broke into their house and tried to kidnap May. And I saw him in court last week. I saw the guy. Some Guatemalan dude who was a Kiwi Farms user in all reality. And that's true.
Yes, he was.
And that's
yes,
where he got her information.
Yes, he was. He got the information from the Karen Farms. I don't know. I don't really necessarily agree with the morals and the ethics of what Kiwi Farms does. I think it's a bit fucked up, and it probably does lead to this shit. But for Ethan Ralph to sit there and moral fag about it is pretty fucking pathetic, when Ralph is the guy who doxed his own pay piggies and gave their details to Corey Barnhill. Yes, Corey fucking Barnhill. He gave the details of his own pay pigs, his own financial supporters, over to Corey to fuck with. And the Plate Gang. Yeah. So I don't want to hear any fucking moral fag. Oh my god, the Karen Farms is allowing doxing. Well, you do doxing, motherfucker. You do every dirty fucking trick in the book. You're a flagget. You're a doxer. All these rules of the internet, the honor code that Daddy Jimbo set up based on the way things were in 2008. You break them all the time. So you and Jewsh are both digital terrorists trying to claim this moral high ground that doesn't fucking exist. It's just sad.
And you know, I don't like Kiwi Farms, and I think that's well known.
I want to point that out.
Mind you, he fucking loved Kiwi Farms before they started shitting on him because of his retarded behavior. He has an account on Kiwi Farms. So if his issue was inherent with the concept of the site itself, why does he have an account there? And when Kiwi Farms was spinning his narratives against people like Kraut and Mundane Matt and Tonka Saw, when the Kiwi Farms was fucking shitting on them, he had no problem with it. But now that it's shitting on him, now it's time for the moral outrage. Mantsu is being fucking defamed. It's dangerous. Crazy stalkers are getting this info. And it's this idea, too, that, oh, she was so unsafe at Digibro's house compared to Ralph's house. I mean, Ralph's a convicted felon. He can't own a gun. And for whatever reason, Pantsu doesn't want to own the gun and operate it herself for whatever fucked reason. Even though she's so concerned about her own safety, right? So concerned about her own safety, but she won't own the firearm herself. Makes her tranny, well, I don't even know what it is. Boyfriend, girlfriend, pedophile, weird fucking thing that was going on there. Buy the gun. But Ralph can't even fucking own one. So how is he going to defend her any better? I guess, you know, he's going to fucking fight the assailant gunt on gunt style like he did with Riley. But not every assailant you're going to fight is 4'11" and has never worked out in their life. Like Riley. Okay? I'm just saying.
We need to take a second to process it, mentally process it like Ralph had to do. He accused the man that tried to abduct Nay of using the forums. So I was trying to, like, reconcile the entire community with a kidnapper for whatever reason.
Well, yeah, and somebody in the chat here, I think it was Literal Chainsaws, pointed out, Gator used to say Kiwi Farms was one of the last bastions of free speech in the West. He did. He used to say it constantly. He defended him after the New Zealand takedowns when he told the New Zealand government to get fucked and all this shit. Gator was all up on Janny Jewsh's penis. But now, like, Janny Jewsh was Gator's role model, that and Jim. That's what he bases his whole personality off of, is being Jewsh or being Jim. He wants to wield the broom like his idol Josh. But he's upset now because his master, who he slurps the gun crease for, who he either does it for free or is a paid shill. I personally like to believe he does it for free. I don't even think he gets fucking paid, because what money is there to split up? There's barely enough money in the kill stream to sustain the gunt, let alone Gator. Gator fucking gets a little pittance stipend. The whole reason I think that Gator doesn't get fucking paid is, remember when Gator stepped out of line that one time and Ralph reminded him, hey buddy, I pay your rent. You know, I paid your rent. I loaned you $300 to pay your pathetic 1-bedroom rent or whatever. This is what he said about his own fucking mensch Gator. So I don't know if Gator even gets fucking paid anything, because it was a $300 loan that he apparently hadn't paid back. According to Aid, Gator gets paid, but I don't trust the fucking goddamn word Aid says, okay? I don't trust the damn thing she says. Oh, shit. Anyway, let's get back to this or we'll never get through
I'll
this.
give you guys a hint. I'll give you a pro tip. If your information can be found on the Kiwi Farms, anyone could have found it. There's not like a special private investigator like pass that you have to, like, you don't have to take a 6-year course to figure out how to find someone's address. If some random retard on my website can find it, chances are anyone sufficiently dedicated could find that same information, because it's out there. It's not acquired through some proprietary means. It's just public information.
But I'm not gonna, and it's a cesspit. But, there's a lot of fucked up shit all over the internet, so I will concede that. But it's turned into something different over there.
Well, you look at the difference between something like IP2 and Kiwi Farms.
It's turned into something different. It's been this way from the very beginning. It's been this way from the beginning. And in fact, the reality of it is that Kiwi Farms has gotten soft over time. A lot of the posters on Kiwi Farms who would really wipe people out, who were life ruination posters, who would go after people rabidly and ruthlessly, they've been purged from the site, or they've fucking moved on to other places. And they're not doing it on the behest of the Kiwi Farms anymore. So this idea that the Kiwi Farms has become out of control now, no, it was more fucking on the edge a few years ago. They would do way more shit than they do today. Holy fuck. I mean, it used to be if you fucking did some shit like this, the Kiwi Farms would really make you pay for fucking with Jewsh. But now they don't do fucking shit. Ralph's not going to suffer any consequence. Besides another fucking lame stream snipe from Phobingus, for fuck's sake. Not to shit on that guy, but fuck, really, what are they going to do? This idea that the site is now somehow out of control just because they are making fun of Gator and Ralph is bullshit. It's the same as it's ever been. It's gotten actually a little bit more weak sauce over time. That's my take.
IP2 is a little closer to what Kiwi Farms used to be. Like, when people call the cops on some of these IRL streamers, people get pissed and they say, why are you doing this? Why are you fucking up our content? We just want to laugh at these people. And that's what Kiwi Farms used to be. It used to be don't interfere, watch, document, and laugh. And it's changed. It's turned into interfere as much as possible. Like, go out in real life and try to fuck with these people at every opportunity you can find. And so it's...
I would say that IP2 is way more ruthless than the Kiwi Farms is. IP2 really fucks with their people. Seriously. I wouldn't say that...
it's very clear what's happening here. You're getting these
Kiwi Farms is weaker than IP2.
That are using the website,
or more evil, sorry.
Its culture. And so guess what they do? They go out and they do blatantly illegal shit, like try to kidnap somebody. It's...
Okay, that's obviously retarded.
Thanks, Josh.
what he's upset about, and this is not a joke. If you go to Gator's Twitter feed, God forbid, and you look at his messages, this is what he's actually literally upset about. When I announced the fight on Twitter, I said, "Attention, all Fortnite gamers, and also Jared Holt." This is an urgent broadcast from the Israeli news network. And he has interpreted this, me tagging Jared Holt, who is the chairman of the right.
But this is what I would say to Josh, because Josh is going to defend this, like tagging Jared Holt in this tweet is saying, well, Jared Holt would have already known about this. Jared Holt fucking would have had investigators on Ralph and would have learned about this fight anyway. But the thing that's retarded that Jewsh needs to realize, yes, this tweet is kind of funny. I fucking laugh at it. But you got to realize when you do this, when you tag Jared Holt in the tweet, do you know it gives Gator all this ammo, and it gives retards fucking this ammo to say, you snitched to Jared Holt. Maybe he did snitch to Jared Holt behind the scenes. I don't fucking know. Or whatever. But it gives people, Gator, a fodder to create a conspiracy theory. And if Gator and Ralph were actually talented in any way, they could try and spin this as being some sort of grand fucking conspiracy. But thank God for Jewsh, they're fucking retarded and total mongoloids that can't fucking do anything. But this tweet's probably not a great idea to tag Jared Holt in anything, because Jared Holt's a fucking piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. Yeah.
Wing Watch, who's done articles on Ralph before, he credits this. In his mind, he genuinely actually believes that me tagging Jared Holt in this tweet is some sort of like actual travesty. I have backhanded I have undermined my entire website by adding him, and I've tried to deplatform Ralph. Like, bro, Jared Holt has people he pays to keep tabs on these personalities so that he can run hit pieces on them. He's going to find out that a fat retard got into a fight with another fat retard and his fat retarded girlfriend. Like, he's just going to, because that's how he wants to portray.
But Jared Holt knowing about that, I don't even really know how that's going to help Jared Holt. I mean, I guess it lets him portray the right wing as white trash, right, which is why I hate Ralph in the first place. But
who's paying you minimum wage to suck his dick gets into a fat retarded fight with a fat retard and his fat retarded girlfriend, he's going to take that and say, the producer of the Dick Show, potentially a mentally retarded woman that they groomed, and Ethan Ralph, a right-wing broadcaster, got into a white trash brawl. These are the heroes of the right. Like, he wants that information, he's going to find it.
But it's not really that big of a fucking deal anyway, if Jared knows or not, right?
Causes,
like,
reprimand your boss for getting into white trash fights.
And also, like, the people who are really, like, morally outraged about it, about this fight, like, are just retarded. Like, fights happen. It's not that big of a deal. No one was seriously harmed. And a lot of people like me were seriously amused. So, and I just don't know what Jared Holt can really do with that. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here on Josh's
responsibility, and he's going to be fucked.
Someone who believes that, like, in his swayed to that level of dedication by pennies, by less than minimum wage, supplementing his grocery bagging career. Is it really just the money? Because if so, that's fucking impressive.
No, it's not the money. It has nothing to do with the money, really. Gator, if he's making anything, it's a fucking pittance. What it is that Gator is the sort of guy who's never had any sort of attention paid to him in his whole life. He's never been particularly talented or special in any way in his entire life. He's never held any amount of power or responsibility or authority. He's never been considered cool. What the kill stream allows Gator is this outlet to feel like he's part of the cool kid crowd at the lunch table. It gives Gator this outlet to ban people from chat, which gives him this false sense of authority and power, like he's an important person, that he has this status because he wields the broom. Okay, that's what it's about for Gator.
Well, he's the renowned gamer Gator activist, buddy.
That's right. He's the first fag as well, and we need to respect it. Respect the eldest of fags, right? That's what it's about for Gator. That's why I think he does it for free. I genuinely think he does it for free. He might get the odd bit of money here or there, But I genuinely think Shannon does it for free.
Oh, I just can't understand it.
And you and I have been warning people about this for a while, and warning, the guy that runs the site specifically about this, that sooner or later something is going to happen, and it's going to fall on his responsibility, and he's going to be fucked.
Both of them used the site religiously and spoke of its merits until the very second that Ethan Ralph was being made fun of.
It's very true. Now, I mean, the Gator did make a good point, which is that I think as well, I concur with the first fag, but it doesn't take a genius to figure this out, that eventually at some date, at some point in time, the Kiwi Farms is going to be shut down, and if Jewsh is still the owner of it, when some really crazy fucking shit goes down, or there's a real left-wing fucking crackdown, under Biden or whatever president, he probably will end up in a jail cell somewhere or with all of his assets seized. That probably is going to happen to Jewsh. And I feel like Jewsh and Ralph are in this battle against each other to where, well, who's going to go to jail or die first? And that's somehow going to determine who's the winner. I think both of these men are fucking doomed. They're dead men walking. They're fucked. Ralph has this big cloud with faith and all that shit hanging over his head. Jewsh has the fact that he's the owner and the proprietor of the fucking Kiwi Farms hanging over his head. And that's not to say that I'm probably not fucked for the opinions that I give on camera as well. But let's just be realistic about this. Both of these people are probably going to end up in jail or dead in the next 15 to 20 years. If not 10 years, if not less. Okay? It could fucking happen tomorrow for both of them. Okay? I'm just saying.
Once I no longer insulated him from any repercussions, I never actually prevented people from talking about him. But once it became clear that even I wasn't really fighting for Ralph on the site to maintain his image, and then it switched, and suddenly it's a bad site, and Ralph goes on like a fucking tirade here.
It doesn't matter what shithole he's hiding in, Estonia, Serbia, wherever, they're gonna come find him, and they're gonna...
Okay, Gator, but I actually think Jewsh is still in the United States, because Vordrak says that. When we spoke to Vordrak, he said that Jewsh is still in the United States, and he probably knows the whereabouts of Jewsh better than anybody. So I think he's still in the United States somewhere, probably in Florida. But he claims he's in Serbia or Siberia or Estonia or Poland or whatever Eastern European shithole it is this week. I'll believe Jewsh, but I think it's an interesting take from Vordrak that he might still be in the United States and he's using being abroad as a cover. Who knows? None of us really know, right?
Estonia and Serbia are both beautiful countries, by the way.
Dragon kicking and screaming into the night.
It's gonna happen, just as sure as I'm sitting here. And, I know we got some people on here who like the fan forum, and that's fine. That's cool. Literally is cool, by the way. I don't take offense to that. I know people watch the show who watch Moon Show who go on the fan forum and all.
Moon Show. I don't know, the weird thing with Ralph where he'll address people as sir or by their last name. It's just fucking weird. It's some sort of power trip to address somebody by their real name or their last name. Who gives a fuck? It's some power trip for people. I don't know.
Which is fine, but I'm just telling you, that's objective analysis. That's not even because I have any beef with them. It's because
it's reality.
Yeah, dude. I told him this in DMs last week when he tried to make up some shit. He tried to. You know what he tried to say?
I want to know literally what crime does he think is being committed? What crime?
Well, I don't really know if there is any crime that the Kiwi Farms is really committing, but they'll find it. You don't really have to be breaking the law to get fucked anymore. There's hate speech laws all over the fucking world. In the UK and Canada and the United States, there's not. But again, all it takes is, internet reforms, Section 230 to be removed, things like this, and he'll get sued into the fucking Stone Age. So again, it's a little bit delusional for Jewsh to assume that there's no issues that are ever going to come. Now, somebody's told me Ralph living another 20 years is a cold take. I hear this a lot of time from people. They say, oh, Ralph's going to die in 6 months. He's going to die in a year. He's on the verge of death. He's on death's door. That's not how alcoholism works. You know, you can be an alcoholic for a long time. Your liver is really resilient. But eventually it just suddenly goes, it says, fuck you, and you die. But I think he has at least 5 to 10 more years of strong alcoholic drinking. And I think his genetics, his white trash genetics, have prepared him to be an alcoholic. And I think that's like the natural state of him. I feel like people like Ralph can actually live long lives as alcoholics. I know a lot of you people who have no experience with alcoholism or alcoholics or haven't looked into it at all think that Ralph's liver is going to get cirrhosis in the next month and he's going to fucking die. But I don't think that. I think he's going to live for at least a few more years before he gets into serious issues with his liver. I mean, you haven't seen his skin go yellow or any of this fucking shit yet. So it's just, you know, it's fucking retarded. People, he's going to die tomorrow. No. You know, he might go to jail tomorrow for being a white trash alcoholic retard that goes into public wasted and starts a fight or fucking fucks with the police or mouths off or does something. But I don't think he's going to die tomorrow of alcohol. It's a slower process than that. But anyway, let's get back into this.
Does he think, how have I wronged anyone? It's just baffling. Because I'm not, like, going out, like, okay, for instance, I would believe that maybe I was at risk if I was using information on the forum to go to someone's yard and then punch them in the face. That might be criminal activity. But I've never hurt anyone, ever. I don't understand. But it's like, I don't know
about that one,
I can't suss out if it's like, this is what they want their hardcore viewers and audience to believe so that it would give a confirmation bias to information they see in the future, or if this is just what they hope, or if they actually believe that there is something criminal about making fun of retards on the internet.
I was trying to whitewash May's support of Lolicon or some shit. Or that I was trying... No, he tried to say that I said it was a form of therapy or some shit. Which I absolutely never said that in my life. I never even thought that, Gator. That's fucking stupid. Like, I never said that. Other people may have said that. I didn't say that. So Josh just makes up some shit that I said that and rolls with it.
I mean, you are whitewashing it, Ralph, because I don't hear you on the air when Pantsu's on the air with Digibro and them confronting her and saying, this is evil, this is wrong, you need to denounce Lolicon right now on the air, you need to say that this, you know, da-da-da-da. It's none of that shit. He sweeps it under the fucking rug, so yeah, you are whitewashing it. And if you really had a moral issue with her being a pedophile and jerking off to Lolly and all this fucking shit, schlicking the bean to the Lolicon, you wouldn't be dating her in the first place. The idea that she went from a month ago being a fucking disgusting degenerate to now is magically a Christian trad woman, it's laughable. It's fucking retarded. Now, you know, I hate to say that because, you know, God does work on human hearts and he does save souls and people do come to Christ, but I'm telling you, living in the crack shack with Ethan Ralph, you're probably not coming to Christ, okay? I hate to doubt people's sincerity on this stuff because I am a Christian myself and I believe in it. I believe in its power, but, you know, these people don't. They're using it as a grift. They're using it as a way to make money. They have no background in this. They have no foundation in it. Their faith is rootless. Like the seed scattered upon the stones, there's no root, and it quickly withers and dies. That's the reality.
And post it on Kiwi Farms.
What was so funny about that is that you confronted him about it, and he didn't even like come up with a justification where he heard that, where it came
from. And by the way, this whole time, I don't know if you can hear it, but Ralph's just been fucking eating this sandwich. Like, this is content people are paying for. People are actually paying for this worthless crap. Ralph has no respect. He says, oh, this is devaluing his content. He has no respect. No respect for his paying customers as he's literally eating on camera, letting Gator give these fucking shiver me timbers cold takes.
He just immediately just started deflecting like he knew it was bullshit he just made up. Nothing was happening at the time, and so he just started shit out of nowhere just because the board had started to, you know, the fan forum.
No, I'm going to show people it was Ralph who DM'd him first about this. He's starting shit. What, on his own fucking website that hates you and everybody posts there about how they hate you every day? The shit is constant there. It's not ever being started. It's not ever coming to an end. I mean, he's throwing fuel on the fire, I guess, by talking about May. But again, it's his fucking opinion that, you know, and it's not an opinion without merit. It has some validity to it.
Was starting to kind of wane.
It doesn't. We don't need a verbal statement of you saying, "Oh, well, this was acceptable," because your actions show that you think it was acceptable because you have her in your home. You're banging her, allegedly. She's probably not even banging him, but who knows? You know, Ralph, prove me wrong. Release another sex tape. What the fuck do you have to lose? Get one with Pantsu. Fuck it.
A little bit. People weren't as interested. And this happens time and time again. Like, he tries to pretend like he's hands off, like, oh, I don't care about Ralph. But when things start to slow down, he's always in the fan forum bumping stuff. Every single time, it's always him, and he's always starting some shit.
He's upset that I post on my site. You know what I mean? Like, he's upset that I participate in my own community. I don't it's just, it's so weird. And it's
what I'm going to say is this: the fan forum, like the Gunt sub forum, is pretty fucking dead on most days, really. The only time, Josh tries to inject life into it with his posts, if what Ralph is saying is correct, but it doesn't do shit. The only time that it actually takes off anymore is when he does something retarded like the fight with Riley. It's entirely his own fault when there's intense discussion about him. When Josh makes a post in there, yeah, it gets the odd person who just wants to hug Josh's nuts to come in and post. But most people, if there's nothing going on, it's a boring nothing burger of a day about Ralph, aren't going to post shit about him. They're not going to go after him. It's pretty simple. When he does retarded shit like this, like flag down the video, yeah, he's going to get it. When he does retarded shit like fight Riley, yeah. When he does retarded shit like get arrested for the revenge porn, yeah, there's going to be posts. But most days, like, his fucking thread doesn't even get a page. Let's be real. There's like fucking 5 posts some days.
Also weird how they continually insist that they are some sort of linchpin to the community. That it just wouldn't exist without Ethan Ralph. Without the content of Ethan Ralph, there is no way that my cluster of friends in the fan zone could exist. When it's just not true. The site is at the biggest point it's ever been. Like, more than 4,000 people are on concurrently every day. I updated.
What does that mean?
Boyfriend, same thing. Cat, well,
Thrown in jail and
let's get back to Gator, because I'm gonna trim this down a little bit. We don't need to
thrown
see
in
all
jail, and you were no longer going to be a thorn in his side.
this is the biggest.
So what Gator was saying there is that Josh predicted that Ralph would go to jail and all this. That wasn't, I don't think, Josh's take. He's going to explain his take. And I didn't have that take either, by the way. I thought that Faith had zero credibility as a witness. She had made a tape saying that she consented to the release of the sex tape. She has a history of severe mental illness, being medicated. She was checked into a mental hospital during this whole situation. She has claimed that she was raped on a school bus in front of 50 witnesses, all this sort of thing. And I said that because Faith is an uncredible witness, fuck Faith Vickers, Ralph was going to get off on all this shit. And it turned out to be true. And it was unpopular when I said it and when Josh said it. But that's what was true. And a lot of Kiwis and fucking faggot retards say that I was gunt guarding by saying that, but I was just giving you guys the fucking honest truth. The fucking straight up truth, which is what I try to give on Ralph. You know, I know a bit of the lore about this guy. I try and give a somewhat reasonable fucking take. And because it's not the take that fucking retards want to hear, who want this guy dead and in jail, you know, they cry and they're upset. But it is what it is.
This lie actually gets to me. This irritates me. Ralph, or Gator, will say over and over and over again that I said that Ralph would go to jail over the revenge porn. Like, as it got released and as the charges were added, he said that I was championing it, and apparently I would be he's a thorn in my side. I have never called Ethan Ralph a thorn in my side, ever. In my entire life, I have never made that claim that he's a nuisance to me. And I don't think that I have ever made the claim that Ralph would be going to jail for the revenge pornography. And maybe you can prove me wrong. Maybe one of you can pull up a post where I said that he's probably going to go to jail. Or he might go to jail. Or he must go to jail because he's such a nuisance to me. But I'm pretty sure I was the only person in that thread who was saying the opposite. That revenge porn laws are very weak. That they've never been tried before in his state. It's a brand new field. It hasn't existed before. So there may even be constitutional questions about if posting a picture that you took and that you have the copyright of, if that could ever be criminalized. You know what I mean? It's like I've never said that Ralph would be going to prison over that. But for some reason, Gator insists over and over again that I have. And it's just it's such a lie. You know what I mean? It's like Riley calling Ralph 5'1". It's like, you know, you're shorter than me. How dare you, sir, say that I'm 5'1"? Like, why would he's under duress? He's going to act
Jewsh
sober and listen to his attorney. When he wins the court case, he'll go full retard again and harder than we've seen, which happened word for word. Once the case,
I'm going to skip ahead through this because I basically have given a summary of it.
Funny to look back on and make fun of.
And he was like, you know, he basically did like that celebration stream.
You can pause
Friday
it then.
that you got arrested. It's like, oh, that's it. You know, Ralph's gonna be in jail. It's gonna be over. I'm not gonna have to worry about Ralph anymore. And it's like, surprise, motherfucker!
Well,
I'm
nobody
still
is
here.
worrying about Ralph. Like, Jewsh isn't worrying that Ralph is gonna take down the Kiwi farms. Like, he has like serious fucking people like Vordrak. Like a life ruination motherfucker who is litigious. Ralph is just a pretend litigious. He's not a real G like Vordrak. He's not a real motherfucker. He's not going to fucking take Jewsh down. He's not going to take him to court. He's not going to sue him and put him in the gutter. It's just it's bullshit. You know, nobody's afraid of
you
this.
Guys, I have terrible short-term memory. So you guys listen to the podcast. I just speak. I don't listen. Does anyone remember the stream where he was picked up again and arrested for revenge pornography charges? And does anyone remember me being super hard that he's definitely going to go to jail? Does anyone remember that stream and remember me saying that? I'm watching. I'm watching chat. Did I say that?
I guess it was day before. And it was just nothing but obsessive arguments about why I would or wouldn't go to jail. Most people trying to say I would,
Mm-hmm.
First off, ain't shit gonna happen. I ain't even gonna get charged, most certainly. But even if I did, why the fuck? I got lawyers, dude. Like, I mean, that's why you
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the people who were saying that Ralph was going to go to jail for the fight with Riley, I mean, it was consensual combat, and I really don't think anybody should go to jail for that. If they did, I think that that's, you know, a pussification of society, and it's pretty fucking gay. I think that certain times men should be able to engage in combat to settle disputes. And as long as nobody is seriously, permanently fucking brain damaged or harmed, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? And even if somebody was seriously harmed, maybe it would teach them a fucking lesson. Have we ever considered that? I don't know. Some people out there, they sit behind the computer all day. They've never engaged in anything in reality, and they're just a big pussy bitch. And so they're against violence. I think that violence does solve things. You know, violence doesn't solve anything. No, it does. Violence tends to solve things more than anything else, to be honest. It solves things really quickly. Might not be ideal because there are consequences to violence, but it does tend to solve things, right?
What the fuck? Also, another thing is, there's this
The video's not very flattering for the other party, especially some of the things that they did show premeditation. And while premeditation's not necessarily like something they could charge them with in this case, it would show Ralph's innocence because they planned this. They clearly invited him inside the house. They had a plan that shows This wasn't just a breaking and entering or whatever.
The prosecutors would be a damn fool to take that case up. I don't think they'll. I don't
Your 5'1" is Latin for "please come inside. You're a welcome guest of his honored household."
think they would.
I want to remind you guys, like, Gator is a grocery bagger. He is not a lawyer. Do not ever rely on Gator.
Well, never rely on Gator for your legal advice. Never rely on Spectre for your legal advice, and never rely on some random retard on Kiwi Farms for legal advice either. Certainly don't fucking rely on me for it either. Okay, seriously.
Fucking legal advice.
But I guess somebody quoted Riley in the Discord and basically said that the cops told him that it would be a push pretty much, and that you might get a charge too if he tried to push it. So
yeah, I mean, well, that's what I said the other day. I said, and of course, all the Spurgs in Tommy C's chat were like, no, that's not true, because none of them know jack shit about law.
yeah, believe me, I know a lot about the law and how to stay in and out of jail, and I know.
Okay, let's hear about.
People would find that funny, maybe.
Yeah, I do.
When I say that,
I do find it
But
funny.
the first thing I said to May, and she's sitting right here, I said, "Get the shit and let's go." And she's like, by the way, no offense to her, I'm not trying to throw her under the bus, but she's just like picking up her stuff. Like, I'm like, nah, throw it in there. We got to go. Like, we got to get out of here because the cops might be here in 5 or 10 minutes, and you don't want to be there. When
You need to be. No, you don't. You want to be gone because you don't want to.
I know a lot about the law. I know that you should flee the scene of a crime to avoid getting arrested at that time. Like, okay, you know that you should get away from the scene so you don't get arrested. Wow. Incredible knowledge of the law. I think even 12-year-olds that steal a fucking candy bar from the store know that. Get the fuck away from the store. Chances are they'll just leave you alone.
To get a trespassing charge.
Yeah, and then if they show up, they might actually, they're probably going to arrest somebody if they have to show up. So, yeah, we just left.
And the other thing about the cops is, when it comes to pressing charges, see, none of these motherfuckers have ever been in a real-life fight, so they don't fucking know.
Well,
when
I'll
it
just
comes
tell you
to
this.
cops-
Shannon's never been in a real-life fight with anyone, okay? Shannon's never fought anybody in his life, and he never will, okay? like Shannon, if he was ever to get into a physical interaction, would piss his pants and cry like a little fucking girl and take whatever beating the man who confronted him wants to administer. I mean, you could probably fucking sodomize Gator to death and he wouldn't fucking raise a hand to stop you. He would just cry and piss his pants. That's the reality of Shannon.
If the cops show up, and you got one side saying, I want to press charges, and you got another side saying, well, I want to press charges too, the cop is going to sit there. And the cop is going to be like, I'm hauling, because that you drawn called out there. Like, both of you
Right. And from my perspective, we talked about it today. We talked about it last night. I don't think there's anything else to say about it after this show with you right here. And it's a
This
fight.
is the capstone.
Yeah, this is the capstone.
Pretty much it.
This is it. That's why I'm just pouring my mind out here trying to see if I forgot anything. But, it's a fight. It happened. People saw my belly again. Oh, no. What the fuck? They've never seen that.
Dude, you've made so many thousands of dollars off the gunt that, like, honestly, we're fucking up by not selling merch with it.
I know. We are.
The reason you don't sell merchandise with it, even though it might make you some money, is because you can't stand it. You don't own the meme. You're humiliated by it. That's the truth of why you don't sell the merchandise. As for the claim that he's made thousands of dollars off the Gunt meme, can you substantiate? Can I get a source, Shannon? Can I get a source for that? No, you haven't made thousands of dollars off the Gunt meme. Give me a fucking break, bro. You probably lost thousands of dollars since Knoxville, since the Gunt was unveiled. Ask yourself, were Ralph's donations higher or lower since the Gunt was unveiled? Because when he was at his peak, he was making money hand over fist, thousands of dollars a week. Now he's fucking lucky to scrape together minimum wage and throw a fucking $10 bill at Shannon once a month, maybe. If Shannon's lucky, if he fucking slurped the crease enough, if he gave enough cold takes on Twitter. So I don't think he's made untold thousands from the Gunt meme. Let's be real.
You know what's funny is,
I don't understand. Gator's like unhaltering, like, love. Genuine love for everything about Ralph. It's just like the most bizarre fucking character trait of any person ever in the history of mankind.
It's not that bizarre. There are always these lick-spittle toadies that will surround anybody that they feel, they want to be like. And I guess Gator wants to be like Ralph. Like, he looks at Ralph as somebody who gets pussy, has money, has status, is a tough man, who is a man of action. Like, this is what Shannon believes, which is fucking bizarre, but this is what he believes. There are a lot of people like Gator. There are a lot of people like that, just these sycophantic, loyal, fucking lick-spittle, boot-licking bitches who will suck your penis no matter what you do. There are people like this. It's not fucking shocking, Josh. I'm pretty sure Josh encounters a lot of these people on his own site when he gets the fucking tranny mods in who suck his penis, or the diaper fag mods, or whatever the fuck. Okay?
I don't know why they think that that's a big thing for me. Also, I only weigh, I say only, but I weigh 273 pounds as of yesterday. Might be a little bit more after all that tequila last night.
Okay.
That's overweight by like
a lot,
a good 90 pounds probably. So I'm overweight. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not like fucking 400 pounds or whatever. Like, that's bullshit. I'm 273 pounds now at 5'9". That's not
okay. But you're not 5'9", bro. See, like, everything about this guy is a fucking retarded. Like, you're not 5'9". Like, you're 5'4" or 5 at best. Seriously. Chances are the police had it right when they said you were 5'1". I know you're taller than Riley, but I think he's like 4'11" or 5 foot even. The gun's like 5'1" or 2. Who fucking knows? It's just nonsense. I mean, on the police fucking report, he's listed as 5'1". That's the most objective analysis of his height we're going to get. And so when he tells you he's 5'9" and 273 pounds, I don't believe him. Like, I think he might be over 300 pounds. That's not for me to say, because I'm a big fat fuck as well. But I'm a lot taller than Ralph. I'm 6'4". He's like 5'4". And I probably according to him, I only weigh 80 pounds more than him, because I'm 360. Okay? So, like, holy fuck, bro. Seriously, because you probably weigh maybe only 20, 30 pounds less than I do in reality. Probably weigh about 330. A foot shorter than I am. It's not like I have a lot of fucking room to talk. I'm a big fat fuck. I don't look fucking amazing, but just saying, bro. Like, it's just retarded, this cope.
Not ideal.
That's not good. I don't want to portray it like that. There's still a long way off from glory. But I tell you what, when I got out of jail, I was 186, and that was like 10 pounds off my BMI, basically.
Yeah, and
like
what happened?
BMI. But
you
at
pissed
186,
it all away.
I felt like perfect almost.
You pissed it all away.
If I can get back down to that, I saw Dick doing a weight loss contest. I think I am going to enter that, actually. I need some type of... I need the motivation.
I need to skip past this.
Good.
11:53.
Not clown roll. That's what you do.
Right.
And women love that shit. And that's what a lot of these guys don't understand.
God.
They're sitting there crying about morality, all the optics. Oh my God, the outrage. Dude, nothing dries up a pussy faster than some dude crying about morals and crying selective moral outrage.
Selective moral... Like, Shannon has no idea what turns women on or what doesn't, okay? As Josh is going to say here, Gator is the last motherfucking person in the world who should be talking about women, what turns them on, this, that, or the other. I'm sure there are a lot of women in church who are turned on when the preacher starts moralizing, okay? I know that to be true. Okay? Like, when you're a leader and you speak with authority and conviction on morals, some women are going to be turned on by that, okay? But Shannon's going to tell you to jester max and that the one true way to get to a woman is through your comedy. No, really, I mean, the first thing is your physical appearance is what's going to matter most. You know? And, you know, what you do for a living, what you're about, what your job is, what your status in society is. That's going to matter a lot. And then, yeah, after that, you know, Jester Max or whatever. But Shannon's just fucking delusional. Totally delusional.
About some shit that was funny that everybody's laughing at on the internet. You know how you win? You win through comedy. You win through wit. That is how you get women.
What?
Gator talking about women is like...
That's how you get women, through comedy, through wit. I mean, that's what Gator hopes for. How's it been going for you so far with your fake Puerto Rican girlfriend, Shannon? Seriously, bro.
Most cringe-inducing things ever. Like, there's not... I struggle to think of a person I think of as a less sexual entity than Gator. Everything about his like demeanor and voice and cadence and the way he talks about things and the way he approaches the subject of intimacy and like dating. I
don't view him as a non-sexual entity. I just view him as a degenerate coomer who fucking masturbates to anime and couldn't get a girlfriend to save his fucking life. Wouldn't know how to talk to him, and he talks about wit and humor. Well, if that's how you get women, Shannon, you're fucked. Because you have no wit, you have no humor, you have no ability. I've never seen Gator do a show that was fucking good. Ever. Has anybody ever seen Gator carry a program to where it's entertaining and funny and people are laughing? I don't think so. I mean, by that criteria, Shannon, I'm drowning in pussy. You know, I can actually make people laugh. You fucking can't. You fucking suck. You have no talent. You're not funny. You just try and rip off fucking Father Jim. It's fucking sad, Shannon.
Think of him like a robot, you know, like a golem. He's like a clay golem with no dick trying to explain things that he's seen on like
Oh,
TV.
remember when Pinecone said he fucking
like
stunk
humor,
and refused to
like,
hug
so
him?
Nothing drives up a pussy more than
That's right,
moral
Random
lies.
Task.
It's like, I really don't want to hear you talk about the P word. Gator, I really don't want to hear you talk about wet-ass P words. I don't think I can fucking stand it. Anyways.
All right, so that's basically the end of that segment. We got 25 minutes to go. We're going to try and speed run this last segment where we're going to look at these DMs that Ralph and Josh had on the 21st of March. I didn't cover this at this time because I thought, it's a little too small to make a whole show out of. Although I've made shows out of less, the fucking chicken salad sandwiches on the plates and this and that. But let's have a look here at this Twitter DM exchange between Josh and Ralph. So let's have a look at that here. So we see here, this is a post from Jewsh. In light of recent attempts to have Ralph recontextualize her fetishizing of lolicon as therapy, I've updated her OP, and Ralph is quoting this to him and said, "Can you show me any quote where I've ever said this in my life? Because it seems like you've invented it out of thin air, which isn't uncommon for you, but I usually give the benefit of the doubt to your stupidity. This time I can't imagine where you could have ever gotten this from, since I've never said it, written it, or otherwise expressed it in any fashion." So that's Ralph. He's making this fucking, throwing down the gauntlet. What he's doing here is he's fishing for info for a defamation lawsuit because Pantsu is giving him shit that day. He wasn't getting sex that day or whatever the fuck. So then Josh provides this where Pantsu says, "There is legitimate value in fetish art as visual therapy. Loli and Guru Hentai has helped me move past a traumatic sexual experience in my early teens. And through that self-discovery, I was able to rebuild my life. Every person has their own reasons for liking the things they do." There she's saying that it's therapy. And that's the line that she's going with now, is that it was therapeutic for her. But, now she's moved past it or whatever the fuck. And Ralph, by being with her, is implying that that's okay. That's the way I take it. So Josh says, there he goes, "I will be happy to retract my post and substitute it with the official line. Please explain to me what you and your girlfriend are claiming is the true motivation for her decades-long obsession with illustrated child pornography. She has said in the past that it's a therapeutic thing for her, and since you're claiming she's not MAP, I assumed you were subscribing to what she was saying." And you see here this from Digibro that she was playing on some lolly hentai simulator. And then Ralph goes, "You attributed something to me falsely. Do you have any quote or shred of evidence for what you claim is my attempt to recontextualize around therapy? Because I've never even thought it, much less said it. Seems to be a malicious lie, Josh." I just love how, with Ralph, all of his malicious lies, all of the fucking slander and yellow journalism and tabloid trash that he's done is perfectly fine. But when somebody maliciously lies about him, then it's this big fucking ordeal, right? But then Josh goes, "I'd advise putting thought into it because she's now hitched to you and she has a history of advocating for lolicon." And Ralph's like, "Yeah, and you have an illustrious history of degeneracy yourself, lol. What's your deal? You don't think people can change? Or that she was saying most of that just because she was with Digi? And I know you're going to post it all because that's what you do, but this is a serious conversation. Any conversation with Ethan Ralph isn't a serious conversation. And even as I discuss it, it's not serious. So, I'm just going to go get up and take a fucking piss because who really gives a shit?" Holy fuck. That was a based piss there, folks. Fucking epic piss there. Anyway, and he goes, and Josh goes, "And yes, I'm actively posting this as it's ongoing. I don't know why you have an expectation of privacy when you are who you are." Reality check. I'll just show you this because this is a hardcore reality check. I don't know why you have an expectation of privacy when you are who you are. You record every private correspondence you have with everyone you talk to, be it a business partner or friend, and then use it against them later. I'd be a fucking idiot to treat you with the same courtesy you respect. That's the thing. Randbot, his co-host, his friend, his confidant, he recorded him breaking down and crying about his wife's miscarriage. And then said, "Randbot, I have you crying like a bitch about your wife's miscarriage. If you ever cross the gunt, I'll leak it." That was one of his friends, one of his business associates. He's just a fucking utter scumbag. Utter scumbag. The clips you're referring to are like 7 or 8 months ago. And he, fuck this shit. He goes, "That's fine, but you're playing a dangerous game with your reckless recitation of lies, Josh. I'm just letting you know. And it's not going to be me, because I don't have time for it. Friendly warning, however, you lie every breath. So it's a dangerous game. You have to fucking fear Ethan Ralph. Like, he's going to fucking blow him out. I don't know how. I think he was trying to file a defamation lawsuit here. He goes, "I'll level with you straight because I don't even know what you're even trying to accomplish. I never said or did what you claimed, and the nothing was grubbed." Okay, it's fucking just bizarre shit. He goes, "If this woman has convinced you she isn't the same person she was less than a year ago, you're insane. We warned you about Faith too." And that's the thing, we warned him. We keep warning him about all of this shit. I keep warning him. Josh keeps warning him. The fucking A-logs and the trolls give him the best advice, actually. What the fuck? If you would listen to us, a lot of your fucking problems would go away. But you're just a stubborn bastard. Fuck. Ralph goes, "I sent you a message because I was genuinely baffled by what you were claiming of me. Okay, fair enough, that's your take, but you're saying things that aren't true with no compunction about correcting them at all." When does Ralph ever issue a correction on the Ralph Retort on his blog or fucking on his show, The Kill Stream? When does he ever do that? Never. It's just fucking nonsense, and he lies all the time. He goes, "You claim to have a higher standard than me, but you don't." I kind of agree. Both of them are fucking scumbags, really. Like, everybody is trafficking and gossip and hearsay and bullshit. You know? Like, let's be honest about it. I'm guilty of some of that shit as well. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've ever fucking told a lie or ever manipulated the truth. Fuck, of course I have. Fuck. But, you know, Ralph's sitting here getting pissed off because Pantsu won't fucking put out for him because she's upset about the fucking thread saying she's a pedophile in the first fucking paragraph. And maybe they have some case on defamation because although I think she's a pedophile for masturbating to Lolicon, to say that somebody's a pedophile, you know, maybe he does have grounds for a defamation suit. Maybe Ralph should do it. I don't fucking know. But, Jewsh goes, you're trying to repair her image and you'll cling to whatever she said to protect yourself already. Her current line is that it's therapy. I disagree. Ralph goes, I've never said anything about therapy, Lamau. You sound like Corey Barnhill, legit. You mean the guy that you doxed your pay pigs to, Corey Barnhill? That guy? Fucking piece of shit. And Jewsh goes, right, another warning again, because I like saying true things and seeing what happens in 6 months' time. He goes, your evidence that I'm trying that is a 3-year-old tweet. That's not even from me. And then Jewsh changes the topic and says, if you burn your bridge with DLive, you're going to really fuck yourself. Because why would any other company let you near them if you do this with business you rely on? And it's true. See, the whole thing about him snaking on DLive and revealing all the shady shit that was going on is you're revealing that you knew all this shady shit about DLive, about the platform, and you didn't tell anybody about it. You hid it for your own monetary gain, and now that you feel like there's no more monetary gain to be made at DLive, now you're going to snake on them, but it just makes you look double bad. It makes you look bad to any company that you would want to have the trust of in the future, and it makes you look bad to your audience because you lied to them and concealed the truth from them. But Ralph goes, fine, we can come back to it, Lowell. I have no problem with taking my lumps if that's true. DLive stuff is off topic. I didn't know you were huge fans of theirs, though, Lowell. And Jewsh goes, I'm not. I don't stream there. I don't know any of them. I get fucked over by a lot of businesses, and I almost never try and shoot back at them. Guess why? And Ralph says, I understand your point fully, and it might even be the more prudent and smart path, but that's not me. We're different people. Like, fuck. Even though it might be more prudent and smart, he's not going to do it because they fucked me over to a level where I consider a full response appropriate, and they fucked over a lot of people too. And he goes, they're already going to go down. Alt-tech company that got the Yahtzee treatment from mainstream media. Same with BitChute. It's a matter of personal reputation. And that's the thing. Like, DLive is fucked. DLive is completely fucked. Everybody has abandoned it. Nobody's ever going to use it. The only people that were using it were right-wing dissident figures who are no longer welcome on the site. So, do you know what I mean? Nobody's using it. It's going to fucking die. But Ralph goes, see, for me, it's a matter of personal respect. They disrespected me on a level I'm not going to accept. And this is like the Southern honor code, fucking retarded white trash mentality. Look, sometimes in life you are fucking faced with situations where you're disrespected as a man, and you do have to fucking man up and face it. But this is just retarded. Like, it's not good business. It's fucking, you gotta pick your battles. You gotta pick the times to stand. And this in particular is not the hill to die on. But he dies on every hill and burns every bridge, and that's why he's the gunt, and that's where he's at in life. But, Jewsh says, that's your problem in general. It's a wigger mindset. Every personal injury has to be retaliated twice as hard. Black people do that. And Ralph goes, it's how I got here in the first place. What brought me to the dance. Oh my God. Why would I change now? Why would I change now? They debate you know, if that's always been the case. But why would you change now? Because you're making fucking pennies in the gutter. Because you're going to have to pay these child support payments for a kid that's named Xander after one of your arch enemies. Because you've been deplatformed from everywhere worth being a fuck. You've burned every business relationship you can. Your viewership is fucking plummeting. You're living in a hell of your own creation, and you ask, why would I change now? Maybe you should change now so your life will change. But he's just on this destiny of self-destruction, and he's not going to change it. And we'll read the last part and then I'll finish up. And I think once this gets posted out of context, you and the GIMP will probably take that quote as looking for an olive branch. I'm not looking for that, and I'm not trying to manipulate the situation. You messaged me. This is just how I appraise the ongoing situation. And he goes, no, there will never be an olive branch between us. I want you broken and completely destitute. I was genuinely curious where your lie came from. And he goes, you know, I've heard it before. You'll notice I'm still here, and a lot of others aren't. You're flying pretty close to the sun as it is. You'll go too far probably soon. So, I mean, that's what Ralph's mindset is. Like, I want you broken, completely destitute. Like, it's just this sick fucking mindset that he has where he wants to, like, see people punished to that extent. I don't even want to see Ralph punished to that extent. I think the punishment he had gotten was severe enough for what he had done because his life was a hell. But now he just keeps being a fuck up, doing this flag it shit. It's just fucking unacceptable in the community. It's fucking retarded. And this guy crucified Pod Awful for doing the fucking same shit of claiming content behind a paywall and saying he was a false flag it. When him and Janny Jim did the fucking sweep it up stream on Jesse, right? But now it's all acceptable. The guy's just a faggot motherfucker. Straight up, it's just faggoty behavior. And he needs to stop this fucking shit. What Ralph really needs to do is, look, the best thing for Ralph would be to quit drinking, exercise, eat less, you know, come to Christ, go to church, go get a real manual labor job or learn a fucking trade and go to work and provide for his fucking child that's about to be born. That's what would be best. That's not what's going to happen. That is not a path that he is willing to follow. So what I would suggest that's a more realistic path for Ethan Ralph is to mind his own fucking business, not flag anybody else's shit. I know that's going to be hard for fucking one. But then what I would suggest he do is start doing streams every day where he sees how much he can drink, how much he can eat. He just embraces being a lol cow. He makes his show Crash TV entertainment again. He just goes full balls to the wall. Fuck the censorship. Fuck the donation. The donations will come. It will sort itself out. But he needs to actually make an entertaining product that people want to see. Where every night he's drunk as fuck, drinking himself to death, eating himself to death for people's amusement, and doing internet drama and back and forth and fucking crazy shit like he used to do on his show. And allow callers back in and fucking take the abuse, take the super chats, take the money. But he won't do that either. Instead, it's going to stay this fucking weird fucking gay homosexual shit where the show is boring as fuck most nights to the point where nobody even wants to watch it. It's an audience of bots with this small dedicated pay pig core that give him a minimum wage income that he can coast through life on as he gets tortured by the mother of his children and, you know, everything slowly slips away from him and he dies of alcoholism anyway. I mean, that's what's going to happen. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I mean, the reality is me doing this video, it's probably not going to change a fucking damn thing. But I just had to get my opinion out there on this fucking shit because it's fucking pissing me off. And, you know, Josh isn't perfect or clean in all of this, and I think I've given him a fair amount of fucking shit during this as well. But really, Ralph is just being a faggot. This behavior is gay. It's unacceptable in this community, and we can't tolerate it. And that's not moral fagging, Gator. That's just enforcing the way things fucking are. Okay? You know it's fucking bullshit, Shannon. You know you wouldn't defend this from anybody else. Everybody else would get fucking nailed to the cross, Shannon. But you're going to do this for your fucking master because he gives you that little bit of status, that little bit of credibility in life that you lack. And it's fucking sad, Shannon. It's fucking sad. And as long as Shannon keeps enabling this fucking bullshit, it's going to keep going. The only person, I'll tell you this, the only person that might hurt Ralph if he lost is Gator. Because, let's face it, I have 2 more minutes here. I have 7 minutes really, but I want to fucking get set up for Raw. So look, the only person that might have an impact on Ralph is if he lost Shannon. Because the day in the life of Ralph is he fucking wakes up at like 9:30 at night, 15 minutes before his show. And Shannon has prepared the entire day's material for him. He's got the audio set up. He's booked the guests. Ralph's done fucking nothing. Ralph fucking rolls out of bed, has a couple fucking drinks, and then by 9:45 he's fucking on the air, and Gator's helped him, and Gator supports him, and Gator cleans up his mess and all this. If he was to lose Gator, if he was to lose Shannon, it would be a crippling blow. But Shannon is so fucking far divorced from reality because he's a delusional fucking retard, and he knows that this is the only grift he'll ever be a part of, that it'll probably never take place. At a certain level, you have to respect the delusional loyalty of Shannon, especially thinking, as I think, that he doesn't get paid a fucking dime. But yeah, that's the reality. So, I don't know, Ralph might cover this on his show tonight. I hope he does, because it would make it a little bit more entertaining if he was to cover what Josh said about him or what I said about him. But who knows? It'll probably just be another boring fucking night of Tucker Carlson clips. I won't fucking know because I'm going to watch pro wrestling. I'm going to watch the lead-in to WrestleMania. So, that's it. Fuck Ralph. Fuck the Jannys. Fuck the false flagging. It's faggotry. Have a good night, folks. Jewsh.